ओम स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. Today I am going to speak about the well-known book of the followers and devotees of Sri Ramakrishna, Ramakrishna the Great Master, which is the translated version of Ramakrishna Leela Prasanga, which is written in Bengali by one of his great disciples, Swami Shivakantanandaji. Ramakrishna the Great Master, the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, the complete works, life of the Divine Mother Sri Sharada Devi, all these are very important books for the followers of Sri Ramakrishna, because these things will give us the life and teachings of the divine trail. The most difficult of all of them is to write a hagiography about the Sri Ramakrishna, because it is the life of an incarnation who did Leela in this modern age, and it is so complicated, one cannot express what he has experienced, and one cannot write and do justice to what he has done in his short life. So everybody was hesitating, including Swami Vivekananda, let alone writing about him. He was not ready to speak about him. Only after many devotees forced him to speak about his master, Swamiji spoke in England in the lecture called My Master. So finally it was bestowed upon Swami Shivakantanandaji. When they visited the West, Max Muller wanted some of the details of the life of Sri Ramakrishna, and Swami Vivekananda asked Shivakananda to give in a writing about Sri Ramakrishna, and he wrote in English for the first time and gave it to Swami Vivekananda, thinking that he will do lot of corrections. But finally Swamiji did not do much of the corrections, pointed out some of the corrections in a few places and gave it back. So based on that and many other materials, Max Muller presented the life of Ramakrishna to the West. Later on, Shivakananda wrote this life of the great life, Leela Prasanga, in order to clear the debts of the building which is called Udbodhan now in Calcutta, for a place of rest for the Holy Mother. So we must also owe a great part of bringing out this hagiography of Sri Ramakrishna through Swami Shivakananda to the Holy Mother also. Otherwise, perhaps Swami Shivakananda might have not ventured into writing a book in 5 volumes in Bengal. Later it was translated by Swami Jnanadananda into English in his late 70s. Both the books have come out very wonderfully. So Swami Shivakananda was a great saint, and he was known for his vigorous sadhana, and a person who can bear lot of difficulties, lot of workloads, and he has given a foundation for our order. Once during his lifetime, Sri Ramakrishna went and sat on the lap of Swami Shivakantanandaji, and he went back and sat on his cart. Laughingly he told, "I just checked how much weight he can bear." Because he was to become the first general secretary of this order, has to mobilize and give a foundational work to this order. So Sri Ramakrishna indirectly hinted that the Shivakantanandaji's work is plenty and he has to do this foundational work in the order. Sri Ramakrishna in a vision saw he and his cousin, who later became Swami Ramakrishnananda, both were called Sharata and Shashi in those days. They used to come together, and he saw, as soon as he saw them, Sri Ramakrishna realized that they were the companions of Jesus Christ. So he saw in Swami Shivakantananda Sharat that he is an incarnation of Saint Peter, who was the person who was the cause for establishing the churches in Europe and other places after passing away of Jesus Christ. This vision happened to Swami Shivakantananda also when he visited the Saint Peter Cathedral in Rome. He went into Samadhi, and he could remember all his past. So we can realize how the prophecy of Sri Ramakrishna was true, that he was an incarnation of Saint Peter. And he was an absolute servant of Holy Mother. Holy Mother used to call him Vasuki. Without him, she was not planning anything, or she was not going here and there. He was like a caretaker, servant, and also a doorkeeper for Holy Mother. And he did everything for her. He took care of her. He cleared the debts. He was the instrumental in buying the plots at Calcutta, building a house for her, and also bringing the birthplace of Jairambaji, the birthplace of Holy Mother, the Jairambati, into the fold of Sri Ramakrishna order. So in order to clear the debts of the Holy Mother's dwelling place with Bodhan, he has to take up this task so that he can clear the debts. It took 9 long years to complete this work, but he was a man of great steadfastness and perseverance. In spite of all the works of the new Sangha that had developed, he used to do the seva of Holy Mother as well as writing these books. And he was a great sthita prajna. He was unmoved by the whatever difficulties that was coming in the life. There were many examples how he was steadfast and he was brave, and he was not perturbed by any of the difficulties at all. Once what happened was, he was going to join the party of Swami Vivekananda, who was staying with his disciples, the Western disciples, in the Kashmir. He was going from Rawalpindi to Srinagar. So in a sloping hillside, he was going in a horse carriage. The horse became crazy. It started running in the slopes, and finally it was stopped by a big tree on the way. The horse came out, the cart broke down. He and the driver of that horse carriage came out. As soon as they came out, a big boulder fell on the horse's neck and horse died on the spot. During all these occasions, Swami Shivakantanananda remained perturbed as if nothing has happened. And once when he was going in the Ganges, a small boat, through a small boat, which is there even now to ferry the people, then a big tornado came and it was almost capsizing the boat. Everybody were panicking, but Swami Shivakantananda sat in a corner of the boat as if nothing is happening, and he was ready for everything. And a similar situation happened when he took the voyage to London at the behest of Swami Vivekananda in 1896. In the Mediterranean Sea, there was a huge cyclone. The people were in panic. They were running here and there. But Swami Shivakantanandaji was so unperturbed. He sat calmly at one place and as if nothing has happened. So he took this monumental work of writing the biography or hagiography. The hagiography means it's the biography of the people whom we revere, like saints and venerated persons. He has written so beautifully, poetic, and it is not an ordinary language. He has written in a very, very profound language in the Bengali. Many people find difficulty in reading that because it is more influenced by the style of the aristocratic writing. So we can see there was an element of the great writer in him also, to the standard of Rabindranath Tagore, etc. He has given a beautiful narration of the Kamarpukur, the places like Panchavati in the Dakshineshwar. Everything is so good. And also, he himself was a great the religious practitioner. He had to narrate the various sadhanas of Swami Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, like apart from the Vedanta, there is a complicated different sects of the Vaishnava sects, which Sri Ramakrishna took, Kartavaja, so many sects in Vaishnava, even different unknown sects to the common Indians, which was in vogue in Bengal, and also various tantric sadhana under Bhairavi Brahmani. How he could write the details and the intricacies of these sadhanas, no one can understand. He himself had told Shardananji that he himself has undergone all such practices and he has written out of his experience. So he has combined, he was a great sadhaka, not only a sadhaka of an ordinary kind, he was a sadhaka as good as Sri Ramakrishna. So he himself could experience the going through the different paths and can have the glimpses of what Sri Ramakrishna has experienced. So this is a great boon for us, because no one has recorded the spiritual sadhanas of the incarnation as Sadanandi has done. And the sect of the Ramakrishna is the truth. He was the truth himself. As Bhagavata says, the Sri Krishna was Satyasya Satyam. So the telling the truth about what is done is very important in our order, and Sharadananda has stuck to this truth without any historical evidence, without a personal experience. He has not written an extra word in Leela Prasanga. So the history is authentic, the spiritual sadhana's narration is authentic, and everything is given is written on the epitome of truth. So these two things that we get from the reading of Sri Ramakrishna's life in the form of Leela Prasanga is the glimpse what the incarnation is. The incarnation is the embodiment of these practices and compassion. This expression of the practice, the spiritual practice and the compassion to others oozes out in every pages of Leela Prasanga. So it is a mighty stream of the sadhana and compassion, like a two rivers of Ganga and Yamuna flows in the life of Sri Ramakrishna and finally culminates in the Triveni Sangama of Shardanandji's writing in Leela Prasanga. So we have lot to explore, lot to find out in reading this great master, which is in the English form. It is also a very good book it's a handbook for the people who want to understand Sri Ramakrishna. So when we leave this our gross mind behind and go deeper, and when we become a real spiritual aspirant, when we become compassionate for the fellow being, to serve them as much as possible, then only we will be able to understand something from Leela Prasanga. So with this I end, and I request all the people to do several readings, go deeper and deeper into the ocean of the life of Sri Ramakrishna. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna